my channel. It's your girl Jackie O. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are an old subscriber, thank you for coming back. I'm really happy to see you guys again. It's that time of the month. It's now June, so we're going to sit down and collectively talk about products that I have been loving and enjoying during the month of May. But per some of your feedback from our last favorites video, I asked you guys, what did you think about me doing instead of just a video dedicated to favorite products? Because you know, sometimes it's just a lot of pressure. You feel like you have to, even though I personally don't do that, I can see how some YouTubers feel like they're kind of pressured into, oh, it's that time of the month, I gotta do a favorites video, what do I like? Instead of doing that, I figured it'd be fun to kind of change the format a little bit and just do a monthly review of products that you may not have even necessarily seen me talk about here on the channel or on my social media platforms. And that way, I can kind of introduce stuff that I just like using. It may not necessarily be a favorite, but it's still stuff that I would probably recommend and that I actually do like using. So today's video is going to be my first time trying this out. I'm going to see, hopefully it's not going to be too long-winded, but you can't knock it till you try it. So we're going to test it out, see how I like it, and go with the flow. I've put everything pretty much in order, and this is all going to cover stuff that I've either tried or have been using during the month of May. I'm going to get started with brushes. I've pretty much been in the market for some new brushes lately, so I've been testing out a couple new brands, one of which has been sitting in my collection for months now. Never got the chance to use them, but these are my Real Techniques brushes. These are for, this is not Real Techniques. How did you get in there? Okay, that would be this one. This is the Bold Metals. Is it called Bold Metals? I'm pretty sure it's called Bold Metals collection. I have the number 100 face brush, which is amazing for powder. Then I have the 300. This is, I'm not sure what brush this is for. I'm assuming it's a blush brush. That's what I've been using it for. And then I've got the 201, which is probably, honestly, the best crease eyeshadow blending brush that I have, period. And these brushes have a little bit of weight on them, so they just feel like good quality brushes. These are not the only Real Techniques brushes that I have, but these in particular are just so good quality, and I really am glad that I picked them up. And if I see more of them, I'm probably just gonna end up getting doubles of them. A couple of months ago, I told you guys I was getting introduced to fan brushes, and some of you guys recommended this one from Eco Tools. It is the Deluxe Fan Brush. This is a really good brush. It really helps you kind of pinpoint highlighting applications, and it's just so dense. It feels good quality. I've only managed to find this at my local Walmart. Could never find it at Target. I could never find it at Ulta or any other drugstore that sold Eco Tools. For some odd reason, I can just only find it at Walmart, but I do really like this brush. The Bamboo Balm, I have to say this slowly, the Bamboo Balm brush from Tarte has seriously made application of cream foundation products for me absolutely flawless. I used to pretty much stray away from cream foundation products, and I've just come to realize that it probably had a lot to do with the tools that I was using. I'm a really huge fan of beauty blenders and sponges for foundation application products, but I really feel like for cream products, they just weren't picking up the way that I really wanted them. This brush is so dense, and it's another brush that's got a little weight to it, so it feels good quality. I partnered with Tarte a couple weeks ago here on the channel, and I was talking about a promotion that they were having, and so I recently got introduced to their brushes, and now I want all of them. And last but certainly not least, I've finally hopped on the Morphe bandwagon. You guys know a lot of times, I don't know if you've ever noticed, it sometimes takes me a couple weeks, sometimes even months to really hop on and talk about products that everyone else is. And it's not to really like criticize other people who try things when they first come out. They're just either not available to me or I'm just not intrigued by them. Morphe is definitely a brand that lives up to its hype. The brushes are amazing. I haven't actually taken the time to look up the price point, but I hear that they're like one of the best price points on the market right now. I'm going to talk about the ones that I've been getting the most use out of. I have the E2, which is extremely dense. This is from the Elite collection. Most of these brushes, everything that you see with the gray hairs is the Elite collection. And the E2, amazing for powder application. Today I got to use the E2 for the first time. Sorry, the E3. For blush though, how are these like, I don't get how these brushes are so soft. I don't know. I'm clearly in the wrong business because these brushes are the business. This is from the regular collection. This is just, I guess, one of their permanent collection brushes. This is the M509. This, next to a fan brush, offers the most seamless, flawless application of highlighting without just getting it all over the place. I don't know if this is considered a highlighting brush, but this is what I sure as hell am using it for. It's amazing, you guys. Like, I love that brush. It's insane. I have another Elite Collection brush. This is the E6. Bomb for foundation. Just blows foundation brushes out of the water. Really, really dense. It's just it feels like a good quality brush. A little hard to clean because I find that the product kind of builds up in the middle there. Most of my foundation brushes do that. Is it just me or what? I don't know. It's really annoying. But I really like that brush and that collection in general. And then the last brush that I've been using a lot is the E27. And this is probably next to the Sigma, let me find the name. Next to the Sigma E38, these two are my holy grail crease blending brushes. Oh my God. Look how just the density of this one, the fluffiness. I kind of feel like some crease brushes just don't, they just don't, okay? This one does. This one does. Earlier this year, Too Faced revamped and repackaged the line of chocolate bar palettes, and I had been completely new and not introduced to the line of palettes, but I'm sure many of you guys have seen them here all over YouTube. Well, I was recently sent a couple of them, and today I tried the semi-sweet chocolate bar palette on my eyes for the first time, but I've already done a tutorial using the regular chocolate bar, and I do really like both of them. I'm not gonna lie, the smell is quite impressive, but I try not to focus too much on that because I feel like a lot of you guys were telling me most bloggers only talk about the smell. They do smell really good though. They do smell really good. So I'm gonna give them props for that because who the hell who's doing that? Who's doing eyeshadow palettes that smell like chocolate? I mean, come on now. You can't, like, that to me is kind of a selling point, at least for me, because I'm greedy as hell. So sue me, okay? Don't be mad at me. I'm just saying. I almost kind of feel like this one, not to say that they aren't both women of color friendly, because in my opinion, they both are. But I feel like maybe this is for my lighter medium girls. And then this one, the deeper golden shades, are for my darker, I don't want to break her. These are for my like darker girls, okay? And I'm not saying, please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that lighter medium girls cannot use this palette. They absolutely can, and vice versa. But I'm just saying the texture and the richness of these colors, I feel like would just look a lot prettier on darker skin. And then on this spectrum, I feel this one would kind of benefit someone more of lighter medium. But I've got both. I use both of them. I'm wearing this one today. I have on peanut butter in my crease, and then I wore blueberry swirl on my lid and popped a bit of pink sugar because this probably is the color that caught my eye the most just because it's sparkly. But then I put that on the center and on the inner corner, and the pigmentation is really good. I've been a fan of Too Faced for about a year now. Their stuff is kind of new to me, and I do really, really like their stuff. The Kat Von D Shade and Light palette was really, to be completely honest with you guys, was one of those trends that for me was just gonna come and go. And then they came out with the Shade and Light eye palette, and I was like, oh, okay. So I am absolutely obsessed with the idea of this palette. So basically it's like a contouring palette for your eyes. Now, if you understand the concept of what contouring and highlighting does for the overall face, not everybody needs to highlight and contour. I'm gonna say it again. Highlighting and contouring is not meant for everyone, only because makeup in general is really about balancing. And what I like about this palette is it's got pretty much shades for every undertone, every complexion, and the idea of it is to kind of offset and balance any type of, I don't want to say imperfections in the eyes, but for some person, for example, who has wide set eyes would want pretty much like a basic palette that would help offset and balance that. This would be the Shade and Light eye palette. Or someone who's got, for example, Casey Holmes, who has downturned eyes where it just kind of slightly droops on the outer ends. Well, now she's got a palette just like this one that she can use to help shade and balance out the eyes to make it lift. So I really, 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 really adore the idea of this palette because it's like contouring and highlighting, again, for the eyes. No one is doing anything like this. It's got every basic shade. If you're looking for a palette that's got bells and whistles, this is not it. This is a basic shade range of colors for someone who just kind of wants in my opinion, an everyday eye palette that you can use to play up the eyes, enhance them, fix what you would consider an imperfection, and just kind of play around. And you know, I mean, it's really cool, and I really feel like it's really versatile. I'm a huge fan of a lot of neutral palettes. I feel like you can never have too many of them. So I'm slightly biased, but I really do like that palette. I did film a first impressions of me using it. I've already given my thoughts on it in that video. So I'm not sure if it's going to be uploaded by the time this is live, but you're going to have to check it out, girl. I've stepped into the dark side and I've decided I was going to start kind of dabbling with the idea of using liquid liners. I don't typically like the look of them. I feel like it's too restricting. I'm more of like an all over in the face in general. I just like things to be blurred, smoky, airbrushed. But if I'm gonna use a liquid liner, it's gonna be the one from Wet n Wild, or this one from Maybelline. It is the Eye Studio in Blackest Black, super creamy pigmented. It's just super easy to work with. It glides on like a dream. The Stila Glamorous Mascara is actually probably one of the better ones I've tried recently. I really like the brush head, and this is one of those that's just been sitting in my kit. I haven't really gotten a chance to use it. I guess I just forgot I had it. If you're looking for a mascara that's going to both thicken and plump your lashes, this is going to be a great buy. Let's talk about skincare. I want to talk about this product in particular because I think when it first launched, a lot of people were expecting it to be a miracle product. But if you're just looking for a product that's going to refresh the skin, it's going to act as a fixing spray, because that's pretty much what fixing sprays do. The Photo Finish Primer Water from Smashbox, I really like it. I don't know. Let's actually read about it, okay? Let's find out. So I've done enough research on this. I'm on the Ulta website, and I've also actually seen the promotional advertisement that Smashbox released when this first came out. And they advertise this as a primer, and it's supposed to supplement like what your traditional primer would be. I guess you would use it underneath the makeup or on top of the makeup. Personally, I'll be completely honest, I don't reach for this product to make my makeup last longer. I don't really see it as a primer because, like I said, it's just like a water. It's like a fixing spray, in my opinion. Let's look at the ingredients. A lot of people are also comparing this to the MAC Charge Water. Never used the Charge Water, so I have nothing to compare it to. But if you're just looking for something that's going to refresh your skin, it just literally makes me feel like my skin is refreshed. My skin is hydrated. Sometimes a lot of the primers or foundations I use, because I have oily combination skin, will be a little too oil controlling. So whenever I want to put that balance back in my face, I want my makeup to look a little bit more lived in, kind of like what it would look like 2 hours after you've put it on, when it's like at its prime, at its peak. I can get that in 5 seconds with this primer water. Makeup Forever recently came out with an entire collection of primers, and I was able to try a few of them. One in particular that I really like is the mattifying primer. This is up there with one of the best primers. This is one of my favorite primers at the moment. I love this. It is amazing at controlling oil. I definitely consider this a favorite of the month, and it's like, whoo, up against some Benefit Professional. This thing, that stuff has some real competition. Like, I don't even touch that anymore. My skin just really agrees with those primers that kind of leave a film over the skin like this one. And I would highly recommend this for people that are looking to control oil. If you don't have oily skin, I would recommend not using this one. I think that this would be a little too drying on your skin. And they've got an entire collection of hydrating, moisturizing, radiance primers. They all have different, you'd have to check on their website and see which ones they've offered. But oh, and they also have one that I want to try that's kind of peach in color. Probably gonna end up buying that one and seeing if I like that one to kind of control the hyperpigmentation in my skin and seeing if it will help balance that out. But amazing. This is probably one of the most genius ideas. It's like one less product that I don't have to use, and yeah, I love them. I've seen a couple of YouTubers. Jaclyn Hill uses the Radiance primer. I would stay far away from that one because I don't need radiance. I've got enough radiance just in my undertones and in the oils in my skin alone. But seeing other people use the different varieties of the primers that they've released, I would say this is like the best collection of primers I've seen in a long time, and I would highly recommend them. I've been trying out some new foundations, and I've been kind of selfish with sharing them with you guys. Well, I did one tutorial with this one in particular, but this is the Black Opal True Color. There's just not enough time, hours in a day to talk about every single product I love in all of my videos. So again, that's kind of the purpose of this one. But I have tried this a few times. I would say this is for those of you guys that like light to medium coverage. beautiful shade range. I love the coverage, and I do like the fact that it is not too heavy on the skin. For those of you guys that have not checked out my CoverGirl custom, sorry, not CoverGirl, fail, the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops Foundation. Well, it's not a foundation, I know, I got schooled, I know. These are the, it's just like basically a concentrated product that can be used, mixed, and customized with a multitude of different primers, foundations, whatever you would mix something with, you can use this with. You can use this with highlighters. Please, by all means, you're buying it, mix it with your urine for all I care. I don't know, I don't care. Don't do that, actually. That was really disgusting. Woo! This is what happens in between takes. I get on my phone and I look at Instagram and it's just game over. What I'm laughing at because this is ridiculous. That's what I get for checking my phone in the middle of uploading. Now my makeup is ruined and now I just have to wash my face and start over. I'm just kidding. I don't have to do that, but woo, nothing a little beauty blender can't fix, girl. All right, let's try to stay focused. I'm gonna try to stay focused, I promise. That was ridiculous. Oh my God, woo. I hope y'all forgive me. If I can't be me, I wouldn't be on YouTube. I'm sorry. And I would like to think that that's why y'all keep coming back, because this is just too much. Okay, so this was a foundation that I really had no intentions of trying, and I randomly decided to walk into the mall and get a sample because enough of you guys had asked me, Jackie, I want to know your thoughts. Jackie, I want to know your thoughts. So if something is raved about and I get enough requests, I will honor them because I just like trying new things anyway. And this is the MAC Prolongwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. Now, waterproof is a pretty bold statement. Now, I'm not sure if this is an actual waterproof foundation. Some people have said it is. I haven't put it to the test yet. And I was a little iffy about the color because you know how when you walk into MAC and everybody wants you, they just pray over NW45 over your life. And I'm just like, nah, man, chill. You know, I'm golden. Let me be golden. So I picked this up in NC50, and a lot of people have also been complaining about some of the shades oxidizing. The cool tone range does not oxidize. On me, it doesn't, at least. The shade is absolutely probably one of the most best matching foundations that I own in general. It just looks that good. I sampled it 3 or 4 times before I actually bought it, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I'm like, I have to buy this foundation because every time I wear it on Snapchat and pictures, people were telling me, what's on your face? You guys know when I'm doing something different. It's actually quite, I think, intriguing and fascinating that sometimes people will notice, hey, your foundation looks really good today. Like, what are you using? And for the past couple, I would say the past couple weeks, it has been this. It is flawless. It controls oil. It's just bomb. It is bomb. If you live by a MAC, please get a sample of it. Try it out for yourself and see if you like it. This can't be life. I can't stop watching that video. I need help. I need prayer. Clearly I need prayer. Let me get back to the video. Whew. Okay, so I did another first impressions earlier a couple weeks ago in the month talking about the Lancome Cushion Miracle Cushion Foundation. And boy, if this ain't one of the best foundations I've tried this year, it is probably one of my favorites. So in the beginning, when I talked about the Tarte Bamboo brush, and I was talking about cream foundations that really have just kind of worked for me now because of that brush. 2 in particular that I want to talk about is the Sacha Cream to Powder Foundation. This is the foundation that I'm wearing now, and is such a beautiful, thank God I finally found a great brush that has helped me really discover all of the cream foundations that I just really wasn't giving the time of day. I just really feel like it was the tools. It was the tools that just weren't doing it for me. It's another good foundation that is good for people that have oily skin, but it's not heavy on the skin. It's not too oil controlling. It just gives a beautiful, flawless skin-like finish, and I really, really like it. They've got Beautiful shades. Sasha is really well known for their cooler tone shades versus a lot of especially US brands here in our market are typically more warm and red and pinker in complexion, and not for black girls, not for black girls. A lot of us are more golden, even sometimes golden neutral olive. A lot of Indian girls I really feel like might like these foundations as well, so definitely check them out if you guys have, so if you're in the islands, you're in Trinidad, you need something that's going to be not super heavy on the skin and that's going to help control oil and last in extreme temperatures. You'll like all of Sasha products in general, but this one is a really, really good foundation. I really like the Tarte Amazonian Clay Smoothing Balm. This is just another one of those foundations that really gives a good skin-like finish. It's not too heavy. It matches me absolutely perfect. I do wish they had more shades because I wear the darkest shade and this is in deep, and it just feels like I probably shouldn't have touched that, but it feels good on the skin. It's super creamy. It's very, very lightweight. This is going to be one of those foundations for those of you guys that like light to medium coverage, but it is also buildable. So it's just nice. It's nice that there are options out there, and I'm finding that I'm branching out of just liquid foundations, and the cream foundations I'm just now discovering are really, really working for me. So I'm excited that I have the right tools to wear them because these are such good foundations. I'm pretty much really stuck on the past couple months using the NARS Creamy Radiance Concealer, but I just recently discovered how much I really do actually like the Bobbi Brown collection of concealers. It is the Creamy Concealer. Yeah, the Creamy Concealer. They come in palettes. They also come in twos with a powder duo, like a concealer and pressed powder duo. I just have the single here. Super creamy, and it's just, in my opinion, this is one of the most skin-like concealers that I own. I love them, and I like that they have like a full range. Like, this is one of the few department store brands that offers a full range for all complexions. Love you, Bobbi. I love you, Bobbi. Graftobian recently reached out and sent me a bunch of products. One of them that I've been loving is the loose powder. I talked about this one in my top powders for dark skin, and even if you don't have dark skin, this is still a good product to use. It's got a nice amount of coverage. It is great at controlling oil, and I'm just a really big fan of loose powders. I don't really like all of them that I've tried, but this is definitely one that lives up to its expectations. I like that I'm actually finding foundations and powders from, you know, on the lower end spectrum that actually work. Like, I feel like sometimes we try to make drugstore products work, and they're at the drugstore for a reason. Let me just tell you that. But Black Opal, the CoverGirl Queen Collection, the, what else is there? Black Radiance, even some of the stuff from Shea Moisture. I mean, this is like really good stuff. This powder is amazing. Another powder that just looks good on top of foundations and don't look too cakey and weigh them down. So I like this, and I would definitely recommend it. I didn't know that I would need these blushes in my collection until I saw them at Walgreens, and I just bought them on an impulse splurge. And I remember seeing them on YouTube, but I didn't really put much thought into them. These are from Milani, the Romantic Rose collection, or is that what they're called? I don't know what collection this is from, but they all pretty much have this rose kind of like embellished emblem on all of them. And I'm not sure how many there are total. I have 3. My 2 favorites in particular are Coral Cove and Romantic Rose. Romantic Rose is just that beautiful everyday mauve pink blush that you can just wear daytime, nighttime. It's matte, it's pigmented. I love it. And Coral Cove is just a beautiful coral blush. I mean, definitely women of color friendly. Milani blushes just in general are just super impressive. I love them. They're probably one of my favorite out of all drugstore blushes. Well, so I'll end off this month's beauty reviews and favorites with some lip products. These are some lipsticks that I've probably been wearing the most often. The Lip Gloss collection, another Makeup Forever find here. They came out with an entire range of all these different lip glosses. I'm pretty sure I have all of them. I'm not sure if I do, but there's got to be like at least 20 of them. And I just have not been a gloss girl recently. Everything that's trending right now is matte. I love matte. It's long lasting, it's long wearing, but I'm a sucker for a good nude, okay? So the Artist Plexi Gloss in 100p. I guess all of their products have a numbering system. This has been bae this month. Bae girl. Bare It All from Wet n Wild has become my new favorite nude. I probably say that every week because I love nudes. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I just love nudes. Everybody has a favorite color. Everybody has a favorite style shirt that they wear. Everybody has a favorite shoe that they know flatters them the most. For me, it's nudes. Some of y'all are just gonna have to look past it and accept it, okay? This is just another one to add to my arsenal. Bare It All, super pigmented. Why didn't I try Wet n Wild lipsticks a long time ago? And then the last two lipsticks that I've been wearing the most of are from a haul video that I did a couple weeks ago, the Milani Matte collection, which totally ended up living up to their hype. One in particular is Uptown Mauve. I always get compliments on this one, and this is just like a beautiful raspberry purpley pink color. Every girl of color, every girl period needs a beautiful, it almost kind of like bridges the gap between your fall lip colors and your summer lip colors. You can wear this one all year round. It's not too dark, it's not too light, it's beautiful, just a beautiful statement color. And then I have Matte Passion, which is a super pigmented, bright, matte orange. And the thing that I like about these colors being matte is if you are just not really comfortable with wearing super bright colors on your lips, some people just aren't comfortable. You know, everybody has different comfort zones, or some people with darker skin just think that bold lip colors don't look good on darker skin tones. And I think that when something is matte in texture, it's not as obvious. It's not, you know, like as opposed to a gloss. A gloss is going to attract more attention because it's going to add more shine. It's going to make your lips look fuller. I don't have a problem with that. But someone who is just kind of looking for something a bit more tame, a bit more daytime wearable, and not as frightening as a big, shiny, glossy, bright, bold lip, I think that this is the perfect way to creep and kind of just tiptoe your way into brighter colors. Since we're talking about favorites, can I just talk about one more thing? I've seen some YouTubers talking about their favorite music and their favorite songs and videos. What if I just show you my favorite Ratchet videos? Because y'all don't understand some of the stuff that I be wanting to post on my Instagram, but I'm just like, you know what? This is just would just turn into hood clips on Instagram if I did it. So I think it would be funny if I just showed you my favorite like funny videos of the month. Let me know what you guys think, because I'm just a hot mess. So I got a couple for you guys. Okay, I've just discovered I Am Brandon on Instagram.
Fucking hate when I ask my girlfriends how do I look when we're gonna go to the club. They said, girl, you look good. You know damn well I look 85 years old tonight. Just because you look good, don't drag my ass along with you.
I think I'm just regular. Shit that I'm for you.
If you don't know who Tim Bay is, you need to be following him right now.
And another thing, stop lying like you got a fucking job. You bitches don't do shit but get up, get dressed, take pictures, hashtag workflow, and lay back down. What the fuck?
Okay, by the way, Dub Smash, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but like, Dub Smash is my new favorite app right now. So if you aren't following me on Instagram, you should be, because Lord. If you don't know what Dub Smash is, it basically you can take a clip from a song, a TV show, a movie, they upload it on this app, and you mime through it, okay? You mime, you mimic it, you pretend like the clip is you. You are the clip. You are at one with each other. I'll give you an example. I love doing Nene. I don't even watch the show, but I love doing Nene, so here.
What was repossessed? You just checked my crib, bitch, and see the cars in my garage, and you left the goddamn garage. Don't tell me what has been, tell me what's now, okay?
I am a 10. I probably could go down to a size 8, but I don't feel like it. Guess why? Because I'm fucking hungry.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Jean-Claude Van Damme, I'm fine.
All right, that's enough, you kids. You go on and get out of here. Thank you guys for watching today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed the new format of trying something different with favorites, kind of switching it up, you know, sometimes the monotony of doing the same type of videos over and over again. So I thought it would be cool to do something new, and I got the idea from Hey Claire here on YouTube. So a couple of you guys gave me some feedback, said you'd like it, so let me know how this worked out. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe on your way out if you have not already, and I will see you at the next upload. Bye!